Vidit, one of the big results today was Ding Liren coming back after two defeats and beating Caruana. What are your thoughts on this game today?
Yeah, it was pretty epic. When I started watching it live, and I was watching some commentary and stuff, the game looked completely exciting. First of all, like very rare to see such kind of stuff on the high level,
Hmm.
uh, and two favorites playing against each other. That's always a treat to watch, especially when it turns out this way. Uh, I thought actually that Ding Liren, I didn't know the computer evaluations and stuff. I thought Ding Liren was under pressure because it's very unpleasant, yeah, to play when opponent has initiative and he's just playing move without thinking. It's really unpleasant. So I actually thought that Ding Liren might, get in trouble for the third time, but he played really extremely well, and really he should be praised, especially when you have lost two games
Yeah,
and your confidence is shaken, because every move you like want to play, you constantly reevaluate because you're not so sure anymore after losing two games. And yeah, all credit to Ding for playing really a fantastic game.
so I would like to know what you thought about the novelty. So let's go to that position. I mean,
Yes.
let's go through the game. Caruana was black, Ding Liren white, and it was a Slav.
Yeah, I think Caruana, I think he's playing openings which he has never played before. So I think that's his strategy for candidates, to kind of surprise the opponent, put them in practical problems.
But he
Very
does play
forcing stuff
Slav,
he's
no?
going.
He does play
No,
Slav, no?
no.
Ah, okay.
He's like previously his main openings used to be Petrov and QGA. Of course, he can play many other lines, yeah, obviously.
Right.
But Petrov, for example, you knew when you play E4, he'll play Petrov like that. It was few years ago, but now he's jumping from one line to the other.
Right. So bishop f5, and you have huge experience in the Slav. You played it with both colors.
I don't think you should say that, especially because the line which I'm going to show you, in this line itself, in December last year, I had a game which was very embarrassing.
Really.
Yes.
What
So
happened?
um, 4 nights. Here I played King F2. I mean, the idea is known that to play King F2, the idea is to play E4, and so that you get out the pin.
So just to explain, like why can't white go e4 here?
Yeah, Bishop E4 takes knight E4, and it's some huge theory. Queen D4, knight E4, Queen E2, takes, Queen D5 check, King C3, where like black gets 3 pawns for his piece, and it's supposed to be kind of analyzed till draw or something like
It's
that.
okay. So I was just wanting to know what is the current evaluation of this opening. It's equal, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what Ding Liren played is the critical variation.
Okay.
But what I did like a genius was instead of taking on C4 first, I played King F2. My only defense is that it was a rapid game. Otherwise, I have no explanation. The point is now Bishop C2 just kind of it's lost for white. if I
Really?
take if I take the bishop, this Queen D4 check. Okay, like this. In the game, I had to play Queen D2, but okay. Uh, After Bishop B3, I'm just a pawn down.
Hmm. So this is one trick. So first white should take the c4 pawn and then go for king f2, which Ding
Yeah,
Liren clearly
of course.
learned from your game, and he was careful. Uh, Castles, king f2.
Now in this game, Fabi gives one pawn to just get this trick. Bishop
Yeah,
C2.
yeah. He played,
He, he, but the main line is supposed to be C5
yes,
in this
c5.
position, or or 95 as well.
No,
Yeah,
c5,
C.
I remember
Yeah,
like c5, e4, the game goes on like this. I think you can This
Yeah, I think one
taking
of
on.
the this is one of the lines,
Mm,
and something like that black gives up a rook, and then he goes h4 rook h3, something like this.
okay.
Some crazy stuff.
Mm.
But anyways, e5 is the novelty, and
How did you feel like when you saw this move, e5? I want to know because have you ever seen this or this came completely as a surprise?
to be honest, I mean, I saw the game like few moves had already happened,
Hmm.
so I didn't see this particular moment. But then I could put add 2 plus 2 and know how it came.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, I was a bit surprised, I would say, as was Ding Liren. And imagine being in his shoes. You are like 0 of 2, and then you're faced by such a nasty surprise.
Correct.
And but okay, I was watching one of Magnus's comments was that Ding is not one of the guys who would just curse himself. Oh, why did I get into this
Hmm.
mess and stuff? He'll just calculate.
So he would try
And
to refute this idea basically, rather
yeah,
than saying, okay, what's the safe way out from here?
safe out, or like also when you get into such unpleasant positions. Oh, why did not I check this? This is kind of a thought which goes on. But Magnus said that Ding is not one of those guys. He would just sit there and calculate,
Yeah.
and he's very good at it. And he showed today. That's what makes it special for why he's world number 3.
Correct. And would you take on e5 with the pawn or the knight?
I think knight takes is principled, yeah, especially when you don't see all the follow up what happened.
Yeah.
Bishop c2, of course you should play queen d2.
Yeah,
It's all,
because taking here queen d4 is just equal and nothing much here.
yeah.
So queen d2.
Now like black has sacrificed a pawn, so he has to kind of justify it. So it's like all the moves are with tempo.
Yeah. c5.
d5 kind of also force.
I was actually thinking of e3. Did look interesting though, because now you attack the bishop on c2.
But d5 looks right when you
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
it.
d5.
Most principled. If there's any refutation, it's after d5.
Hmm.
There's one cute move, bishop e4 here,
Yeah.
but it fails to g4. You kind of ignore the bishop and you go g5 next move.
Amazing. And if rook e8 or something like this, I think maybe white can even sacrifice on f7.
Or you could just also play queen f4 again. No,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But this looks scary. Yeah. I mean, to play g4 and king on f2.
Not really, not really. I mean, it's kind of if you don't play g4, then you don't have anything to show for your play. It's kind of the position asks for it.
Right.
Anyways, so Fabi was blitzing throughout, and I'm curious how long was the thing thinking on each move.
Yeah, I think I have the times. I think Ding Liren already was thinking for a lot of time. He was down to some last 30 minutes or so. For example, in this
No,
position,
no, I think he had 50 minutes here.
no, not here, but after some point, like
Uh,
when he took on e5, in this position, he took 17 minutes to take,
right.
and then for
Yeah, he was taking some time, naturally.
yeah d5 he took 16 minutes. So he was thinking a lot.
hmm
E4.
Yeah, I mean, white just needs one move to consolidate and he'll be winning. So black has to play really fast because
Hmm.
time is very important in such positions, obviously.
Yeah, rook e8.
Yeah, and he plays queen f4 again, only move because if you moved like if you play knight d3, there was rook e4, I think,
Yeah.
and the pin is nasty. So queen f4, again the right move, and c4. Yeah, what a what a move.
Yeah, c4 is brilliant, giving up another pawn.
Yeah, otherwise it's black's play doesn't make sense at all. He has to really go all in.
Yes.
Knight c4, because I think bishop c4 is just not good because of bishop d6.
Yeah, bd6, and then maybe queen e3. Uh, Something like this I was trying to analyze, but very complicated.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think black goes
And
something like knight d7.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The point is knight d7, knight d7. Yeah,
Yeah, and then
bishop.
bishop pops out here.
Knight d7 is a very nice move.
I mean, everything is hanging, so
Yeah, the point is like you cannot take bishop b3 now because
yes,
you have queen b6 check. That's why you play queen e3 first.
correct.
So then saw all of this. Knight c4, knight d7. Again, like this was one of the positions where I saw, and to be honest, like I really did not see clearly. If I was in Ding's position, I would not really like it.
Yeah, yeah,
It
because
looks very unpleasant. You're like down 1 hour, and your opponent is still blitzing. Really unpleasant surprise.
right,
Although now it might it's possible to say that it was an unsound idea or something after Ding wins. But when I was looking at it live, this was what I thought.
correct. I mean, when you are seeing live, I also felt that Black's idea was very powerful, but the way Ding Liren played move by move, it seemed like logical moves he made, and he put his opponent under a lot of pressure to prove his compensation.
Yes.
Bishop e3 and knight f8 is a very nice move. I mean, you usually don't see such moves after giving up two pawns, but Caruana was comfortable. He was playing.
He played instantly, I think, knight f8.
Yes.
And he was even in some time plus, not even 1 hour 40 minutes.
Yeah.
No, the main problem for white is the queen on f4.
Hmm.
So he's trying to use that to, and also the dark squares are the issue. Like once you exchange the bishop,
Correct.
bishop d4 was again a very good move.
Well, making way for the queen, yeah, to come back
Yes,
at some point.
and also the bishop f6 ideas many times.
Knight g6.
Because it looks simple, but Ding Liren took 10 minutes. So when you're not sure what is the right move, every time you have to calculate all kinds of ideas: bishop c4, rook c8, knight d5.
Correct.
It's not a simple position. So that's why I think it deserves more credit
Yes.
that he found all these moves. So bishop d4, knight g6. I think computers were showing queen c1 at this point.
Yeah.
But
Do you think that you can play such a move in a practical game, because it looks quite difficult, yeah, to make this move?
yeah, you can play it because it's possible. I'm not saying that it's completely you can rule that out, because queen d2 doesn't work, queen e3 doesn't work.
Yeah, queen d2 is met with bishop c4 first.
And then rook e4, right? Or direct rook e4, maybe even bishop c4 and then rook e4. Yeah.
Yeah, take rook e4, because if he takes here, then queen f6 and this is pinned.
Wait, what?
I mean, you can't take the rook back because the f pawn is pinned.
No, there's knight e4.
Ah,
No, there's, I think, queen b6 check, if I'm not mistaken. And then you take on c4.
oh, okay, yeah, that is queen b6 and take here. That is the win. That is the better way to play.
Yeah.
So queen
and
d2 and queen e3.
there's rook c8.
What's happening? Like, for example, if I play knight d2.
Knight d5.
Okay, and
If you lose one of the
take.
pawns for no compensation, black might even take over.
Yeah, yeah.
The only way to not get, it's one of this, in such position, what this is. The only way to keep advantage is to keep attacking. If you go passive, you kind of lose the advantage. You have to keep attacking. That's the best defense in a way.
Right.
Attack is the best defense in such positions.
So Queen C1 was maybe and maybe this is
Yeah,
what like. Do you think Black can repeat this line, because if someone knows Queen C1, perhaps it refutes it?
I don't know because I've not really gone that deep. The game's just finished, and I didn't have the time to go really that deep.
Mm-hmm.
But the Quincy is not an easy move to play. For example, there are lines like Rook C8, Knight D2, yeah,
Yeah.
normal move, Bishop D5, ED, Knight D5, and it's completely wide open. There are so many ideas. Queen H4 check. The queen is under pin, and like if you don't know the computer evaluation, you can't be sure. So Queen F5, what Ding played is more human for
Hmm.
sure,
Hmm.
because your queen is more active and you're constantly threatening now to play Bishop F6. Uh, if you attack the queen, for example, Knight H4, then you can sometimes think of Bishop F6. Bishop F6.
Yeah.
No, I mean I don't think Bishop F6 is right, but
Here
it's an idea I'm saying.
Bishop F6 is possible. Okay.
Yeah, like 97, then you go Bishop F6. That's what I mean.
Hmm. And here.
Actually, I was checking this position for some time,
Hmm.
but assuming that Fabi was still in his preparation, because he played Bishop C4 instantly. So I'm not sure if he instantly as in like 5 minutes.
No, no.
I'm not sure if he mixed up at this point.
Yeah, he took around 6 minutes. Maybe because Queen F5 might not have been one of his
Yes,
top choices.
because computer shows some ideas like Rook C8 in this position, which can be explored.
Hmm.
The point is, I think if you go Knight D2,
Yeah.
then Knight E7.
And now if I take Bishop
Queen B6.
F6, then
Now
you
you have Queen B6.
check, and then I lose the queen. And if I go Queen H3 here,
Bishop D5.
and this is, I think, a common idea where you sack and you just get a lot of play for a piece.
Yeah. I think the point is Bishop D5, ED. There is even a move Rook C3,
Wow. And take.
Knight Bishop C3, and then there's Queen B6. I mean, it's not the best, but it's one of the moves. Yeah, Knight D5 is better, but you can see how dangerous it can be.
Correct.
But I think Knight E3 is better after Rook C8. Now it'll be a guess if Fabio's in his preparation or not, but he only thought for 5-6 minutes. Probably was recalling his analysis.
Yes.
Because here there is 93 and the game still goes on. It's not 100% clear. Anyways, Bishop C4, uh, Bishop C4, Queen C7. It makes sense because Black wants to exchange the light squared bishop because White's all his pawns are placed on the light squares and the dark squares are naturally weak.
Yeah.
So that's where he wants to capitalize on. And now next move Bishop C5. It's kind of logical.
Yeah. Bishop E2. Bishop
Yeah.
C5. This is like you're exchanging the dark squared bishop. Bishop into C5. And I think here Caruana thought for a long time, nearly 14 minutes or so.
Yes, and I think he probably even played. I think he was confused between Rook E5.
Yeah.
It looks tempting to tap the queen. Queen H3 is forced. There's Knight F4. And now if you play Queen H4, there's G5.
Yeah.
And I think computer was even showing the ideas like, give the queen just for a knight and put the bishop here.
Yeah.
And if I have to take a side, I would actually take white.
Yeah, because I think here you have two bishops and two central pawns, and this is enough compensation. Also, your rooks are coming in, right?
Yeah, it somehow just the way I look at it, it looks simpler for white to play.
Hmm. Hmm.
Also, there is another idea in this position, which is also very funny. Like after rook e5, knight f4, queen h4.
Hmm.
If you play knight h5, just to play bishop d4, knight g3, hg.
Yeah, and then rook e8, I think, or knight e2.
No,
You
no,
can,
rook e8, you just lose.
yeah, knight e2 maybe is better.
Yeah, maybe you can just take knight e2.
And here maybe take back, and the same, yeah, like
Yeah,
two pieces
just to
and two
play for
pawns.
compensation. Yeah. So probably rook e5 was an alternative, but I think he probably messed up on the next move because queen c5, king f1,
Hmm.
and now I just cannot understand this move at 6.
Yeah. If it was some computer playing, I would say it just some it went
Bug. Yeah.
yeah, some bug and it made some error. I don't know what happened with Fabi suddenly at 6, because what is the point of the move?
Yeah, don't ask me. And he played like a tempo. He played like immediately.
Yes.
That's even more shocking.
Yeah.
So probably he messed up some of his analysis. Probably he had some similar position where h6 was there. So that's my only explanation. And also the thing is, if he did not know this, he would never play h6.
Yeah.
In this position, you're 2 pawns down. And if unless h6 has a very specific idea of trapping the queen and the queen can't escape or something like that, only then h6 is justified because you're 2 pawns down. You have to keep the momentum. You have to keep playing quickly.
Correct.
So h6 was a big shocker. I mean, it's kind of a pity that you play such a good idea and then you spoil it with this move. You
Eh,
give that one tempo which White was looking for throughout the game to consolidate. Now White gets it. He has to in this position he has to go for rook e5, right?
Yeah.
Queen h3, queen b4, keep attacking. I think rook b1,
Knight f4.
knight f4, queen g3.
Yeah. Knight h5 something.
Yeah, knight h5, queen f2 and f5 something. I think computer was showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I've not seen that press conference, so I don't know what he really missed. Or, but yeah, h6 is complete shocker. Sorry, I think I messed up the move. I promoted rook e5. I so want rook e5 to be the main move that I promoted it.
Yeah, so h6 was a bad move, but in a way, like credit should go to Ding Liren, yeah, because he put Caruana under a lot of pressure here, because he made him went the best moves. He found all the best moves for white.
Yes, yes.
For
I
the
mean, I told that in the beginning. I was very
right,
impressed to
yeah,
how Ding handled the pressure. Rook e5 would have been definitely testing, and I
yes,
have a feeling that rook e5 was in his notes because the computer doesn't give such a high evaluation for
correct,
white.
correct,
So h6 is. It would have been very interesting to see how Ding would if he would still be able to handle the pressure with
yes,
facing the best moves.
exactly,
But he was rewarded for his
bravery.
calculation.
Yeah,
Yes.
rook d1. Uh,
Yeah. I think there are many moves, and Rook D1 is one of the moves. Now you simply are at tempo up, and in this such positions, tempo has the highest value. I think computer was showing even like G3 was a good move to have King G2 and you stop all knight H4, knight F4 business.
hmm.
But anyways, Rook D1. After this point, I kind of lost the interest in the game
Really, so
because
quickly.
because
There were still some chances, right, or not
yes,
really?
yes, there were. I think one point was instead of Queen B6,
Hmm.
there was an idea to play A6
Okay.
to play B5 next move.
Yeah.
When if you play H6, you should also play A6.
I thought what white wants to do is just get the queen like this into back into the game.
Yeah,
But
he wants. Now the point of a6 is to play b5 and open up and to play b4. I think which Fabi did later on in the game, but in a worse possible scenario.
yeah, here if b4, then the knight doesn't have like the d1 square like in the game
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah, yeah. You get and then I think some sack on e4. You
Hmm.
can see it
Hmm.
coming.
Yeah.
So a6 is still possible to play, but I can understand you kind of realize that you have messed up, and it's not so easy to keep the game going.
Yeah. Queen
But
b6.
a6 would have been a test for white.
Correct.
So rook d1 is inaccurate if you have to objectively look at the position.
g3
But
would
you
have been.
cannot hold it. You cannot hold it against Ding, of course. But after queen b6, rook d2, I think there's no chance, right?
Yeah.
Always white was better.
Correct. And then he played really well. Like he got his queen, and this is sort of easy for a player like Ding, but he gave no chances. And here,
Yeah, there were some small nuances here and there, but this was white was always winning later on.
yeah.
He at least he had a big advantage.
So just talking about this novelty, do you think that it was a one game novelty, or do you think this will be played in future as well?
In Rapid and Blitz for sure. It reminds me of this line in Catalan where Magnus played something similar against Ding in Singfield Cup,
Hmm.
where he plays some b5s and then c5 in Catalan,
Hmm.
and the people still followed it. It felt like it was a one game idea, but people still followed. People followed trends.
So everyone is going to analyze this, unless of course White is able to find something very clear.
Yes. The thing is, it's not like one of the main lines like Catalan, yeah, very trendy.
Yeah,
Not many people play this Slav defense in this old classical way.
correct. And so a player like you, when he sees a game like this, how do you work on? Do you have your update your notes with this move, or how does it work? Like you will do it
Uh,
today, or you
the
will do
thing
it
is,
later.
if I do or not is not the question. I should do it. That's the right answer. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Yeah, lazy human. So, but oh, ideally I should be doing it,
But
and sometimes I do it
as
because
a
also it's very curious. Oh, I had analyzed this variation. Oh, what did he want here? Oh, this was not a good line. Why did he play this? Something like this. There are so many questions which you have to find the answers for.
correct. So in this way, you are every day by following these games, you are also updating your analysis, and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
helps you.
yeah. Of course. I mean, the candidates is one of the most premier events. Yeah, so you cannot just ignore it.
Correct.
Premier
Okay.
would not be the right word. I think one of the most highest level tournaments where this save up all the novelties and then they play it.
Yeah, exactly. So Ding Liren is back now in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Yeah, poor guy. He 0 out of 3 would have been terrible. Also, I have some kind of sympathy for him because we shared the same birthday. So
24th October.
yeah,
Amazing. Okay, so this was a great game, and thanks for sharing your analysis.